Problem chest pain. Medic 19. 303 Shamble Street, near Colfax. Key-map 494. Charlie.
Yes, sir. They'll obviously give you the information. All right. So I just didn't want you guys to feel like you have to stay far back.
Oh yeah, appreciate it, Sergeant. Thank you.
Yep.
Key-map 455. H. Hotel. Alpha Alpha 3.
Sergeant David Rose. I'm with the Houston Police Department's Vehicular Crimes Division. We are out here investigating a major accident involving a Houston Fire Department accident. What we know from this time is about 3:40 this morning. We had the ambulance running code to a medical call underneath the Sam Houston overpass here on Bissonnette, and they collided with this Frito-Lay truck, which the force of that impact sent the ambulance into oncoming traffic over here on the other side of Bissonnette, and they crashed into a sedan. As of this time, no one has been transported from the scene. People do have injuries from this crash, but they seem to be superficial or just pain at this time. Nothing require hospitalization. So, that may change, but for right now, it turned out okay for the people involved. So, intoxication is not a factor in this crash, and we're doing our investigation to determine fault. So,
Obviously, somebody ran a red light. Can you tell us that?
well, so what we know is the ambulance was running code, lights and sirens, and so they had a red light. The question is, did they do everything they were supposed to get through the intersection? So, I don't know at this time. So, we'll see at the end.
What about the people in the ambulance? Were they severely injured on their way to the hospital? Are they there now?
There was nobody being transported at that time. They were en route to the emergency call.
Gotcha.
So it's just the two firefighters and the driver in the Frito-Lay truck that have complaints of injury. The other people in the sedan were not hurt. So,
How many people were in the sedan?
Two.
Okay.
So the 5 total people involved.
What sticks out to you about this accident?
Well, things like this can happen. You have to really be alert as a driver, and I just it's early morning in Houston, and right now the roads are a little slick, so you just got to be careful. So I do not know. It started to rain when I was en route to this crash, and I have not been able to obtain that information from the people involved just yet, but I know my investigators will. So.
The impact on the ambulance, it looks like from the passenger side. Was that passenger injured?
Yes.
And tell me about those injuries.
He's got some cuts on his right arm from broken glass, and his adrenaline's pretty up from the crash, but he was walking and talking, conscious. So like I said, we're monitoring the situation, and we're talking to him, and he may decide to go to the hospital later, but as of this time, he's not being transported. So.
Did the driver of the sedan, was he able to tell you what he saw?
Yes.
Can you tell us what he saw?
Well, he saw the ambulance coming with lights and sirens on Bissonnette. Then he heard the crash, and then he saw the ambulance and the truck coming towards him. So it's pretty scary, I think. But they just peeled off the front of his sedan. But but the two people in that vehicle, they're fine. So.
The Frito-Lay truck, was he running a route? Was he off? You know if he was still working? Or?
He's at work, yes. I don't know what he was exactly doing. All I know is where he was coming from. And so, like I said, he had a green light, but if there's an emergency vehicle coming through an intersection and there's lights and sirens running, even if you have the right of way, you're supposed to yield to emergency vehicles. So that's what I said about we're still investigating, so to find out who's at fault for the crash.
Is there any video on the ambulance?
No.
Can you tell me your name, Sergeant?
My name's Sergeant David Rose, ROSC like the flower.
ACD, is that right?
Yes, sir.
You said there was no one, where they were on the way to a call?
Yeah, there's no patient in the ambulance.